kwamba Mr. President William Ruto, ya kwamba mimi kama president nakuambia ya kwamba kama utafanya hizi vitu nimesema.
What if I told you that the biggest threat to this government today is not the opposition, that it is the very system they build to protect themselves?
The president himself is let's not even talk about the dog. They are the owners of these dogs.
What if the same people they hired to silence protesters, to create chaos and to protect power are not the ones who are quietly blackmailing power from within?
A system that is cracked, a system that is afraid to go home, and a system that is trying to create chaos and anarchy.
And right at the center of it all is a name that keeps on popping up.
Gaucho.
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 Huyu Gaucho asalimiana hapo bana Gaucho.
Today, we are breaking down how a front page expose, a network of goons, and a dangerous political gamble may be blowing up in President William Ruto's face. Let's talk about it. If you love this kind of content, go ahead and like this video and subscribe. Now let's get to the video.
Mambo ya ujinga tumewekwa hapa, history nyingine ndikwe ili watu wasome vistopuzi ya kwamba walikuwa walipigania uhuru ya wapi, mlipigania nani. Sisi tutambui nyinyi, na mkitaka kujua sisi tutambui nyinyi 2027 hata mkiwin Ruto atatangazwa na sisi tunangoja nyinyi hapa Thika Road.
Let us start with this. June 24th, 2025. The front page of the Standard screamed one word: exposed. And what it revealed was actually chilling. Not rumors, not speculation, but actual communication trails, WhatsApp groups, coordinated messaging, and clear instructions. The claims: government-linked operatives infiltrating protests, organized groups sent to cause chaos, orders to steal funds from protesters, and a deliberate plan to erase evidence of police brutality.
Tumeambiwa badala ya goons sasa wanaleta bandits. Kutoka huko Tiati na mbunga anajiita nani? Kamketi. Analeta bandits Nairobi.
Let that sink in. This was not just controlled protests. This was about controlling the narrative.
We want the Inspector General to step up and tell us how many goons they are going to parade on the streets on 25th.
And at the center of this command chain was a man known on the streets as Gaucho.
Nyinyi mmeuliwa watu 5 nduru. Kenya watu watoka nje. Watoka nje kwa sababu Njoroge wawili. Na Njeri 3.
You see, Gaucho was not always on government side. He was once a die-hard supporter of Raila Odinga.
Raila akishinda nione Raila Odinga ameshika Biblia ama Quran.
Yeah.
Hey, my friend.
Why?
Tutalinda hii serikali ya Ruto na mawe. Ruto akivuka Thika Road, anakuja maandamano hapa town. Ile mbia atarudi nao ni nyingine watu wao.
He was even calling himself mwanajeshi wa baba.
Okay, kitu ya kwanza, mimi naitwa Gaucho, ghetto president. Mimi ni mwanasoja wa Raila Amolo Odinga.
A frontline mobilizer, a protest soldier. But then something changed. Raila Odinga aligned with the government structures, and Gaucho didn't resist. He switched sides.
Asante sana. Haya. Kuna mtu hapa anasema ati hata yeye ni rais, sijui ni rais wa ghetto. Huyu Gaucho asalimiana hapo bana Gaucho.
Okay.
And suddenly, the man who once led protest was now helping shut them down.
Rafiki yangu hii yako ya nywele kwa kunisaidia kuniboost. Hii ni ya shopping.
Even worse, there were clips of him making divisive statements, blaming entire communities for the unrest, Kikuyu specifically.
Watu wa Mount Kenya, target yenu mlikuwa mnataka kutumia Wajaluo na hii kifo ya nani kuingia kwa hii maandamano, na Wajaluo sisi wajinga.
And openly threatening to block movements inside Nairobi, even blocking Thika Road. This was not just politics anymore. This was weaponized chaos. Here is the part that no one speaks about enough. You can hire goons, you can actually use them, but you cannot just make them disappear. And that's the trap, because once you build a system like this, you create something dangerous, a goon economy. Thousands of young men mobilized, paid, and empowered, now expecting rewards. And if they don't get them, they don't just go home. They become a problem, a loud one, a risky one, a political liability.
I'm saying the PS of insecurity, Raymond Omolo, was welcomed in Kisii by the goons that we have been highlighting as Linda Mwananchi that have been used, starting with Boy Akoth. Nowadays, I'm not even afraid to name these names.
Now, here's where it gets even deeper. The government has long operated on tokenism, rewarding loyalty with positions, not competence, not qualification, loyalty. You can be sure that almost 90% of the people who are serving in this government, they're not even half qualified to run those positions, but they are loyal to the president, and that seems to be enough. So what happens when goons see this pattern? They adapt. They start asking, if others are being rewarded, why not us?
Hii mkuru ni sisi ni yetu, na mimi Mr. Rais kitu naweza kukuomba ya kwamba iko vijana za zingine wajui vile una apply hizi nyumba. Tafadhali hii kiti kuwe vijana wetu wasiingie kwa crime, wapate nyumba ili wasilipe manyumba.
And suddenly, you have people like Gaucho being appointed to public roles. Yes, roles that require serious leadership, like a position on the board of Mama Lucy Hospital.
Sasa umesikia Sakaja just appointed Gaucho as a board member in Mama Lucy Hospital,
one of Nairobi's key public hospitals.
Okay, so to put it into perspective, it's expected that Gaucho atakuwa anakaa chini ana discuss clinicians, ana discuss stories to do with pharmaceuticals, ana discuss doctors, ana discuss nurses, ana discuss the structure of the hospital, ana discuss services, ana discuss everything in the healthcare space enye iko na anything to do with the hospital. All of this is despite the fact that there are 1,000 nurses, there are 1,000 clinicians, there are 1,000 doctors who deserve to be sitting on that board. So just some random guy mwenye anajua kushika rungu na kukampenia UDA now has a board seat in a very, very crucial hospital.
Let that sink in.
So sijui siku hizi tuangalia qualifications ama rada ni gani.
And it gets worse, because long before this happened, Rigathi Gachagua had already warned about it. He warned about the rise of state-sponsored goonism, the dangers of rewarding chaos, and the long-term consequences of political violence.
You want to make Kenya a first world country. How can a country be first world when goons are a unit within the National Police Service?
And now, we are now watching it unfold in real time.
I want, as I wind up, to condemn in the strongest terms possible the use of goons in this country to deal with politics. The PS for Interior, Raymond Omoro, is a chief goon in this country.
Here is the uncomfortable truth. This is no longer just about the protests. It's about control. Because when violence becomes a tool, loyalty replaces competence, and fear replaces leadership, you don't just weaken institutions, you rebuild the country in the image of chaos. And that's the real danger, not just for the government, but for every Kenyan.
So there is uproar in the social media. Johnson Sakaja, the governor for Nairobi, has elected Gaucho kwa board ya Mama Lucy Hospital.
So now the question is simple. What happens next? Does the government keep feeding the system that it once created, or does it finally pull the plug before it is too late?
2027 Ruto anatangazwa na hiyo kura yenu, na sisi Waluya, Wajaluo na Wakenya tutangoja nyinyi hapa Thika Road mfuke hiyo kama nyinyi maumau.
Because one thing is becoming very, very clear. This isn't just a political story anymore. This is a danger to all Kenyans.
He's now a board member pale Mama Lucy Hospital. Unapata your point?
You have to understand something. For someone like Gaucho to get the position that he's gotten, it has taken the president doing a lot of illegal stuff, even including the move to take over Nairobi County. Because a place like Mama Lucy Hospital is a place that is controlled by Nairobi County government. But the only way that Gaucho would have gotten a job there is if the president ordered Sakaja, who is the governor, to give Gaucho a job. Simply put, even the county government of Nairobi has lost its independence so that the president can have enough positions to reward to those who have done him favors or those who he feels are going to be of use to him. And someone might be asking themselves, why can the government just get rid of these goons? The government cannot get rid of these goons because They still need these goons. It's such an unfortunate situation that we found ourselves in as a country. But what shall we do? Please tell me what you think in the comment section, and do not forget to subscribe.